Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, watching. So my name is Amer Bally. I am a local independent mortgage broker here in the state of Michigan. I'm super grateful, super grateful to be able to give myself the title as the second highest producing loan officer here in the whole state. And what I'm going to be doing on this sales rally is I'm essentially going to be teaching you all my secrets and my strategies and what I do that allows me to continue, whether it's giving the service to the clients, whether it's continue to provide good training to my team, whatever it may be, that is what I am going to be providing you guys today in this sales rally. So the first thing, so when it comes to motivating my team, motivating my team is very important. So what we do when it comes to motivating the team is we focus strictly on goal setting and discipline. Discipline is very important, whether it's adding a period when you send a text message, or whether it's coming in on time or coming in 15 minutes before you're scheduled. It is very important to maintain a disciplined work style at the office. And the reason why, now mind you, you can have fun, have the culture, we joke around, we crack jokes, whatever, but the discipline is important. And why? Okay, so the seeds that you plant today is the fruit that you're going to eat tomorrow. If you're focused on waking up at 7:45 every morning, getting into the office at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you do that disciplined, that's good. So I have a philosophy here. I have a philosophy that Quicken Loans or these large retail banks or these large retail lenders are trying to shut us out. They want to shut out the smaller independent mortgage brokers. Okay, so these people at Quicken Loans or whatever company it may be, they get into work at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. they get into work. 10 a.m. they get into work, right? If I can train the team to get into the office at 6:30, right, and get your coffee, eat your breakfast, read all your emails, send all your follow-ups, and it's 7:30 in the morning and you've done everything, that means you have an hour and a half of time to focus, 2 hours and a half of time to focus on getting new business, right? So I say, if you come into the office 3 hours earlier than your large competitor, that's 3 hours a day you have over them. That's 3 hours a day you have in more work time than them. That means you've set yourself up for success that day. Coming in early is very important. It creates a disciplined mindset. When you're driving to the office at 6 o'clock in the morning and there's nobody on the road, it's a psychological thing that's happening in your head where you make yourself believe, I am a winner. I am coming into work early. I am doing the necessary steps it takes to be successful, right? Now, when it comes to the culture, it's always every client first. And I say this all the time. You have to treat every client as if they are your first client. You have to treat every client as if they are worth $25,000. So you're not making an average commission of $25,000 per client. You're not doing that, right? Unless you're like in Arizona or California. Here in Michigan, we're not doing that. That's not, our loan sizes are 9 million. So if you can treat every client as if they are worth $25,000, you will treat every client as if they're your first. Amer, where does that $25,000 figure come from? You're going to close that client. You're going to get a referral. You're probably going to get their brother, maybe their sister, their mom, their dad, their aunt, their uncle. If you get a total of 5 referrals from one client because you did a great job, you've made over $25,000 in commission off that one client. Now, if I tell you that before you even work on that client, you're going to say, I got to do a badass job on this client. I got to make sure this client is getting a 14-day CTC. They're getting an update every 2 days. They're getting a U-track. They know what's going on. I'm sending them videos. I'm sending them texts. I'm following up. Now, if you do that with every single client, you are building long-term success. You are building a sustainable company. You are building a sustainable brand. If you're buying leads and you're cold calling leads, that's your business model, which there's nothing wrong with. God bless you. But if that's what your business model is, if you're calling the client, you get the docs out, and you close that client and you never follow up with that client again, you failed yourself. That client's not going to remember you. That refinance, it took 8 days to close. I'm sure you did a phenomenal job, but they're not going to remember you. A year from now, they're probably not going to remember you. But if you continue to follow up with them, if you continue to put yourself in front of them, they're going to know. Oh, when they're sitting at a bar and they're saying, yeah, man, I just dropped my interest rate like 2% on my mortgage. Oh, who'd you use? I used ABC lender. I used ABC guy, right? Whatever. You have to do a good job. Every client is worth 25 grand. Those referrals come from it. Making sure every client is your first client. Making sure every client could potentially be your last client. What if you go out of business? Making sure you do a good job. And then to follow that up, the discipline. The discipline is very important. when it comes to sales tactics, right? So you want to be personable. If I am working with somebody, or if somebody is selling me, if somebody is selling me something, I'm buying something, or I'm doing something with them, I am going to work with a real human being. I'm not going to work with somebody that is catered to be or created to be some sort of robot or order taker or paper pusher. That's not how it works. We are working with real humans. Like, and I know sometimes it's like, oh, obviously Amer is a real human being. Yeah, I get it, but we probably only get to meet 50% of our clients. I probably only get to actually see 50% of my clients in person. After going through this repetitive nature, sometimes these clients that I'm working with, I begin to think they're real people. I forget, remembering that you're working with a real human. You're working with somebody that has a job. You're working with somebody that has a family. You're working with somebody that has financial struggles, maybe personal struggles, whatever it is. You are working with a real human. So when you're pushing that client to sign those docs, or you're pushing that client to get you those conditions, you have to remember that person has a life outside of this mortgage. Yeah, mortgages may be our life. Mortgages may be what we do for a living. So it's kind of like, well, I got to get the docs. I got to get the docs. But don't forget, that person can't get you the docs in an hour because that person's working a full-time job, right? So something that I teach the team is you are working with a real human. Treat them like a real human being. Follow up with them in timely manners. Don't be pushy. Don't be aggressive. Talk to them. Be like, hey, Mr. Client, I just want to let you know, this is a mortgage I would do. Say, for example, you get a client that wants to refinance, right? Or a client that wants to purchase. And man, you're like just pushing to make this work. What I like to do is I tell that client, hey, listen, I just want to let you know, I probably wouldn't do this loan. This is not a loan I would do. Now I'm going to pause really quick. I make a commission off this client. I am telling the client this is not a loan I would do because I am never going to sell somebody in a loan that I wouldn't do. But do you know how many referrals I have gotten from people that I've denied? Do you know how many referrals I have gotten from people whose mortgages I couldn't qualify because I did it correctly? Sometimes we just, oh, I got to deny this client. I don't even want to call them anymore. No, call them. Nobody likes to be denied, right? Or say, for example, you're doing a loan for somebody like I mentioned, and it's not a loan you would do. Hey, Mr. Client, I just want to let you know, this is not a loan I would do. You're only saving $15 a month. It's costing you like $4,000 because your credit's a little bit low. Let's do this. Let's not do the refinance right now. Let's work on increasing your credit. Let's work on increasing your credit. Then once we increase your credit, then we'll do your refinance. Mind you, your commission as a loan officer doesn't change unless it's sort of, your commission doesn't change. You make the same amount of money, but you invested time into that client. You invested time into making sure they get put into a proper loan. That client will never forget you. That client becomes like your friend. Like that client will never forget you. It is very important. You treat these clients like real human beings. How would you want to be treated? It's the golden rule, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. And if you continue to do that in your business, you will always set yourself up for long-term success. Because once again, here at this company, we don't look at clients as margins. We look at clients as volume. How many clients can I bring in? How many clients can I take care of? How many clients can I service? How many clients can I close? Then the money will follow. But if you focus on how much money you can make per client, then that client just becomes $1 to you. You don't care about helping them increase their credit. You don't care about telling them that they're getting into a bad loan because it's just the money. You want to get out of that mindset. And then that is what will allow you to have long-term success. What has allowed me to become successful is just like what I mentioned previously. I never followed the dollar. And it sounds cliche. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's probably because you're making a bunch of money. You don't have to worry about it. No, I never followed the dollar, right? I followed the success. I had a goal. When I first started my company, I had a goal. I want to be the best at my craft. I want to be the best loan officer in the state of Michigan. Now, mind you, I cannot be the best loan officer if I do not have a good team. I am only as strong as my team. I am only as strong as my processors. I am only as strong as my loan partner. I am only as strong as my loan partner, loan officers. I am only as strong as my team. If my team is not strong, I am not strong. One thing, a lot of loan officers, when they like to hire, whether it's an admin or a processor, they like to penny pinch. Oh, Mr. You're going to charge me $650 a file? Well, first of all, that processor is your front line. That processor is working with your client. If that processor is not doing a good job, that client's not going to have a good experience. You need to invest in your team. Yeah, you're making less every year. That's okay. Invest in your team. Your team is what will set you up for long-term success. And that is my sales philosophy. It's not about how many clients can you talk to in a day. It's about how strong is your team. Are you training them? Are you motivating them? Are you telling your team that you are there for them? Do you support them? So I'll give you an example. We had a client one time that was just super rude to my processor, super rude, cussing him out, calling him names, whatever. I picked up the phone. I called the client. Hey, Mr. Client, what's wrong? Oh, this processor is this, doing that, and that. Okay, I just want to let you know, unfortunately, your loan is denied. I can't do your loan for you anymore. He lost his mind. He lost his mind. Why would you do that? Oh, F yourself, cussing me out. No, I am sorry. I am not going to let you talk to anybody on my team that way. I don't care if you are a $20,000 commission check. You are not going to talk to my team that way. I am not interested. You invest in your team. Investing in your team will allow for your sales goals to be met, because if they're doing a good job, you're going to do an even better job, because more people are going to reach out to you. More referrals are going to be coming in. Right now, following that, like I mentioned, when I became a loan officer, I wanted to be the best in my craft. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to take in every single loan. I wanted to do the best. If I'm competing against Quicken Loans, mind you, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, and hate me for saying this, there's a lot of people in Brokers Are Better that are so focused on the dollar, right? Where oh, UWM is telling me to lower my comp. Stop. I'm not here for it. I'm not interested in hearing that. First of all, if I get a client that comes to me and they show me a loan estimate, or it's like, man, I got to drop my commission to $100 to get this loan, to close this loan, I will do it, because I'm a maniac. I will never lose a loan. I am not interested unless, like, yeah, Mr. Client, I cannot beat this. Like, if I were you, I would go there too. I will not lose a loan, because, like, it goes back to what I mentioned originally. Every client is worth $25,000. So if I only made $100 on one client, what I'm going to say to that client, hey, Mr. Client, I just want to let you know, I'm not making any money on you. You have officially become an investment to me. I am investing in you. Mr. Client, I am not making any money off you. I am probably losing after paying processing my staff. I'm probably losing, right? But I am going to invest in you, because I would hope you would refer me people down the road. Ask for business. It's like I lose, like, I don't know what to say. Ask for business. Amir, how do I ask for business? Ask for it. Like, hey, do you know anybody I can help? Hey, my business has been built 100% off referrals. Can you help me out? Ask for business. That's a huge part of my sales philosophy here, is asking for business. And then to recap, taking care of your team. Your team is very important. Who works with you is very, very important. My one challenge to all you brokers this week is, for 1 week, change your mindset from marginal to volume. Change your mindset from how much money is every client going to make me, rather how many clients can I service, right? By doing that, you're going to focus solely on bringing in new business, helping out new people, getting new loans, whatever it is. You're focusing on volume. Focus on volume, focusing on servicing more people, because that's more people that are going to advocate for you on the streets, in bars, in restaurants, at their home, for Thanksgiving. I don't know. These people, the more people that you take care of, there's more people talking good about you, more people that could potentially refer you business, right? It's very important to focus on how many people can I service. Now, how you're able to achieve this goal is focus on how many new applications did you bring in? How many new people did you talk to? How many new people did you say, hey, listen, I think this is a great loan. Or, hey, listen, I don't think you should do this loan. Or, hey, listen, I think you're getting a better deal from this lender. You should probably go there. Even if I try to compete, I'm not going to get it. Focus on how many more people are you talking to? Are you talking to more people? Talk to anybody that will hear you. Any realtor, any title agent, any insurance agent, anybody is a referral. Anybody could potentially send you business. So why am I a member of AIME? Why do I love AIME? Why do I think other brokers should join AIME? I mentioned this before. AIME is for the broker. AIME is everything for the broker. If I have a problem, I go to Katie. If I have a problem, I go to somebody on the AIME team. AIME supports me. I have mentioned this before. I have utilized the features that AIME provides for us, whether it's Arrive, getting discounted cost on Arrive, whether it's MMI, getting a discounted cost, whether it's Lead Pods, getting a discounted cost, whether it's ABC, getting a discounted cost, whatever it is. I have saved thousands of dollars utilizing the tools that AIME provides for brokers, and I have never given AIME $1. I have never given AIME anything. And it's like, I know that sounds like I'm just like a bottom feeder. I have asked, how do I donate? Like, can I just like donate money to you? Like, no, you're good. You don't have just thanks for being a member. That shows that AIME has a certain philosophy. AIME's philosophy is people helping people, expect nothing in return. AIME's philosophy is help others and expect nothing in return. And that's what they want from us. From us brokers, they are going to help you and they're going to expect nothing. You can continue using Quicken, right? Shame on you if you are. You can continue using Quicken. They'll probably still help you, right? You can use other, they'll still help you. You can say, oh, I hate Mark Summers, right? I hope Mark Summers is watching this. I don't hate him. He just takes a lot of my business, but I hate Mark Summers. They'll still help you, right? AIME's philosophy is to continue to help other people. That is the philosophy of AIME, and they expect nothing in return. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to mention to you guys watching this, so thank you guys all for watching this, by the way. This is the one thing I'm going to leave off for you. There are other large retail mortgage companies, Quicken Loans, JP Morgan, Chase, Union, these large retail mortgage companies. They want to put you out of business. They never want you to originate another loan again. They go into their sales meetings and they say, how can we become better than mortgage brokers? That's literally it. If that doesn't motivate you to just dominate, then I don't know what's going to motivate you. If the fact is that there are other CEOs, AVPs, whatever it may be, that sit in a conference room and they say, how do we shut out brokers? How do we make sure brokers don't last another 3 years? How do we take money from brokers so then we squeeze them dry to where they're just going to come work for us? If that doesn't motivate you, that people plot on your failure or people just premeditating on how can I make sure that another broker never writes another loan again, doesn't motivate you or doesn't put jet fuel behind your reason to just be great, I don't know what will. People don't want us to win. So using other mortgage companies that are our competitor, Caliber, Quicken, that we compete with, no, we're not doing that. We're not going to support them. They do not want us to succeed. Why would we support them? And yeah, that's basically it. So I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. AIME, brokers are better. All the people watching this, you guys are phenomenal. Sometimes I have a really loud mouth in the Facebook group, so I'm sorry if I've ever pissed any of you guys off, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next Monday to watch Jamie for the next sales rally.